Now we are going to discuss type conversion and typecasting in Java. As you know, Java is a strictly typed language. Strictly typed language means that means conversion. That means always it is very peculiar about its type. That means if you are assigning a variable A to B, then definitely the two should be compatible. Compatible types. Okay, and here we are going to discuss how this type conversion and typecasting is done. That means automatic type conversion is done. For example, suppose that here you have an integer variable. Four types of integer variables are there. Integer types are there: byte, int, byte, short, int, and long. As I told you, here this is 1 byte, this is 2 byte, this is 4 bytes, and this is 8 bytes. Okay, suppose that you have defined a variable byte a is equal to 10. That means a single byte is allocated to this variable a, and it is having actually 1 byte or 8 bits are reserved for storing that. Okay, that means actually this variable a, this is variable a, and this is 1 byte, and a value of 10 is stored here. This is the initial value, and this is only a single byte. And now I am going to have int, say b is equal to int b, going to have int b equal to a. What will happen? That means an integer means 4 bytes will be allocated, and this is 4 bytes, 4 bytes, and this is the variable b. This is the variable b. I have 4 bytes have been allocated for that, and that is assigned to a. Means now you are going to assign this a to b. That means this is only having a single byte, and this is having 4 bytes. Actually, it's a widening conversion. That means here this is small type, and you are going to store that in a larger or wider place. So in that case, automatic type conversion is done. That means there is nothing wrong in assigning this 10 to this place. Okay, that now 10 done. Okay, now suppose that this 10 is has been already. Suppose that I am going to have, or okay, leave it. So this is a type of widening conversion. That means for widening conversion, these two conditions has to be met. That means the two types are compatible. All these types are compatible. All these are integer values. That means byte. Then what is the difference between these four? That means for byte only one byte is allocated. For short 2 bytes. Here 4 bytes and here 8 bytes. All of them are integer types. So all integers are compatible. Integers are compatible, but the second condition is the destination type is larger than the source type. Here the destination is having 4 bytes and source is having only 1 byte. That means if it is larger than the other one, that means destination type is larger than the source type, then it's a widening conversion, and widening conversion is automatically done by Java. So here, if you are going to have a statement like byte a is equal to 10 and int b is equal to a, there is nothing wrong in it. The system will automatically do that. That means that's a widening conversion. But if it is a narrowing conversion, for example, suppose that your statements are like this. Here, int a is equal to 10, then byte b equal to a. That means here 4 bytes are allocated for this 10. This is 4 bytes A is having 4 bytes and initial value of that is 0 and it is 10 and this is having only 1 byte and here this is B and suppose that here you are going to assign this value to this place. What will happen? If it is 10, this can accommodate that. That means 1 byte means the maximum value this can store is plus 127. As I told you, minus 128 to plus 127. Those are the range of values that can be stored in a byte. But here, as this 10 is in this range, there is nothing wrong in it. But suppose that the value you have stored here is say 1010. What will happen? When you are assigning this 1010 to 1010 is wider than 1 byte. Wider than 1 byte, wider compared to this byte. And when a wider one is assigned to a narrower one, what will happen? Then actually there is some problem will occur. Some problem will occur. So in that case, the system will not automatically do that. So we have to do that. We have to do that. That means all narrowing conversions has to be done by the programmer himself. Okay. In that case, here when as this is an integer value and now byte b is equal to a means actually an integer value you are going to assign to a byte. So it's a narrowing conversion, but these two are compatible, both are integers, no problem. But when you are narrowing this, the system won't do that. System won't automatically do that. In that case, you have to have a type casting. So that is done by here. So initially, here what you have to do is this is wrong. This is wrong. So in that case, you should have a statement like byte B is equal to byte A. That means this is typecasting. This is typecasting means this is the target. This is the syntax of typecasting. In that case, what is the target type and what is the value? Here, you have to convert this A to byte and then assign that value to B. Okay, so that's all about type conversion, typecasting. So there are two types of type conversion, and automatic type conversion and typecasting. In automatic type conversion, the two has to be of the two types should be compatible, and that should be a binary conversion. And for narrowing conversion, that has to be done by the programmer using typecasting. And though if those two are not compatible, then typecasting and type conversion both are not applicable. For example, suppose that you have a boolean value and a character value. When you are assigning a boolean value to a character value, definitely that is error. So in that case, typecasting also not possible. Okay.